Hello everyone, welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. Again, I spent another day. Look at these. Look at what we have been doing. This is just... That's a lot of concrete blocks that we have laid down. Look at those things. Okay, and then we got this hammer and we got some cement. And so we can actually... not cement, concrete mix. So we can improve them. Okay, let's just to test how tough these reinforced concrete are. Look, that's what, 10,000? Let's just say, or 9,000. I can't see it. Hold on. Let's. What? Or is that 10,000 or what? Or 9,000? I don't know. It's like it's a major number. Oh, okay. We can repair it, and it's like 6,000. Oh, it's 6,000. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. And then that's a lot of. That's a lot of. What do you call this? No. Why am I doing that? Jeez, Louise. Okay, let us turn this into reinforced concrete. Got 6,000. I think before reinforced concrete, I think they might be like 3,000 or 4,000. So we've laid down a lot. Look at these. Wow, look at that. Anyway, and what I'm trying, this is our main base, and I don't intend to do our fighting over here. This is just to prevent monsters from coming to disturb us. Not us. This is just to keep out the regular monsters. And when it comes to the monster night or blood moon, which is the red moon, will come out. Zombie night or horde night. That is every 7 days. So right now we are day 74. So day 77 would be when the first horde would be the horde night. So we won't be here. I will be preparing another fighting base, which would be constructed separately. It will be a smaller base, primarily purely defense, and a lot of not so much defense, but defense, full of defensive traps that will primarily spikes or wooden spikes, traps that will really wear down our all the zombies when they come towards us. So this is just purely defense. I think I put one level here. This is where we will put. That's why I cleared this area. That is so that we will have defensive spikes. Oh, okay. Let us clear this area a bit more. Yeah, so this area, we will seed this with all kinds of wood spikes. We won't do it now yet, because we're still working here, and those wood spikes deal a lot of damage. It's just that the zombies are very, very powerful, especially now that we are a day in the 70s. So the zombies have a lot of hit points. And I think we'll do that here too. So look at all these cement blocks we have set up, and wow, this is going to be very, very interesting. So we have glommed onto a huge amount of property here. And so we have, and it's uneven. Look at our vegetable patch. I think. Oh, before we go into, let me explain something. We're doing a lot of construction work here, right? And the thing is that there are basic, what do you call this? Basic physics game. I mean, this game plays partially on the concept of physics, meaning physical laws about gravity when we drop, when we jump from too high, when we come down from too high a position, we actually early in the game when we started, we could not just jump down like this. We would have suffered a break or a sprain, and that's why this game has like a splint in it, because when we fall down and we break our bones, we can barely move. It's like moving when we are crouched, maybe even slower. In this game, in this playthrough, since we're aware of that, I have been very careful in the early part until we develop our athletics. That's why we have also been running around. That's the best way to develop athletics. Was to move around a lot and then get our athletics up. Once our athletics up, then we are more resistant to fall damage. Okay, so this game has a large amount of gravity involved, or physics involved, and one of them is gravity. And so let's say, to demonstrate that, when we look at this one at a wood frame pressing triangle, it shows us the characteristics of it. It has a base price, doesn't matter, hardness, so it has very little hardness. It can be easily destroyed because it's 0.0062.0625. The key point here, so each item, when we look at them, has specific characteristics to it. So all of them have, and for weapons, it has an entity damage, which is against what it does, how much damage it does to living things. And then you have a block damage, what it does to inanimate things, meaning rocks and stones and walls. And then durability is 76, so that's why it's a level type blue, so it doesn't have as much durability as purple. Purple will be higher. And then green, which would be about mid, and then orange would be about the top quartile, and then the second top 20%, 21 to 40%, and then the lowest quartile would be the gray ones. And so this is blue, so this is pretty, it's like in the eighth, almost in the, yeah, it's in the top quartile now. The purple would be the toppest of that quartile. And then so comparing, hold on, let me compare that with this. We have another wireframes, right? Yeah, rebar frames. Okay, that is to make the comparisons, so that, oh, no, we put it back. Okay, we just put it back. Okay, that one, where's the rebar? Okay, now we can put it on our belt. Okay, right now we are looking at this and triangle, and it shows us for the physics, to understand the concept of the physics, or how good it is in terms of load, weight, and ability to support. It says it has a maximum load of 40%. So that means this one has in itself has a mass or a weight of, let's just say it's a weight, has a mass of 5, and then a max load is 40. So that means it can only support 7 blocks aside from itself, right? 8 times 5 is 40, so it can support 7 blocks aside from itself. Let's test it out. And when we're talking about the amount of support, it is not vertical, it is lateral support. Let's just keep this first, and to see that, okay, that's okay, that's so that in itself, like, that's has a mass of 40. No, has a mass of, no, not 40, has a mass of 4, I think. No, it has a mass of 5 and a maximum load of 40. So if we 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's supporting 6. And if we put another one, 7 plus, right? It is how much again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we put another one, it will be 7. Right? It's 7. So if we put another one, it right now has 35. So if we put another one, it'll be 40. Wow, it can still support itself. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's see if we try another one. That will be 9. That will be 45. Wow, it's still standing. I thought it would. It should not be able to support itself. Or did they change it? So if we're walking on this one, wow. At what point does it drop? Did they change the physics? Right, that's 40. If we add another one, oh, it should not. Okay. So we get some wood back. So we can only support 8 blocks. It can support 8 blocks. So the other way to the way to do it then is also have another one on this end, so it goes out this other way. So if we have right here, one, no, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then on the other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're short. What happens if we install another one? Ooh, that is the 9th one, right? Are we correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm confused. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, 16. So it's what really not. So it's okay. So that means, let's see if we can support our weight. Oh, it does support our weight. Okay, so like this. That's why there's a gravity difference here. And if we would look at the rebar frame, it has a maximum load. That's a rebar frame, so it has a maximum load of 120 and a mass of 10. So that means it can support itself 12 times going horizontally. Vertically, physics doesn't work, because if that's the case, like stone, like even cement, concrete has only 120 load, and so it supposedly can only support 12 of itself, right? So if that is the case, then what would happen to all of the remember when we go down to our bolt hole, we're going down more than 20. We're talking about maybe 30 to 40 levels. So if that's the case, then the world would have collapsed, right? The stone would have collapsed on itself. So that's the reason why it does not, vertical doesn't work. So we can have limitless, unlimited, what do you call this, abilities to support vertically unlimited. So we can pile tons of stuff on top without having any problems, because if not, again, it would not have worked in this environment. Anyway, so that's basically the concept of physics and in relationship to construction. So concrete blocks, or rather rebar frames. Oh, and concrete blocks, oh, they're the same. Okay, they can go 12. And my understanding is that nothing goes beyond 16. But anyway, we will just try to keep everything within, even using a rebar frames, we'll just go to a maximum of 12. So what I was thinking is that with this kind of an arrangement, we can have like a tower system. And anyway, once for our fighting base, so that is the physics in terms of construction. That would be interesting to know. And that's the reason why we can keep building up and down vertically and not worry about problems. Oh, the other thing is that I think one way to cheat, let's say this one has, remember these has a limit of 8, right? Okay, okay, if it is a limit of 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a limit of 8, right? Once we put another one, it will collapse at 9th. If we double it, let's see if they will support each other to the extent, and to what extent. So that's still 8, right? So if we put another block up there, will that collapse? Oh, it still collapses. Okay. Uh-huh. So it's just a maximum of 8. So there's no getting around that. So the only way to get them to reinforce each other is to come in from the other side. Okay. And I guess now we know how to repair the bridge that we crossed that failed. I think if we bring rebar frames, we can actually bridge across and then use the rebar frame itself as a means of supporting the square blocks or whatever blocks that we use. Or we can use cement blocks. But it's better because the bridge has a frame made of iron. So maybe the rebar, it's always better to have iron connected to iron, because if we use what do you call this? If we use like when we have oh, one final thing, sorry, assuming we have this and we start piling it up. So hold on, I didn't say that. Okay. So like this is a frame that can support 5, right? Can support, say, no, let me explain. So this is very weak, right? And it can support unlimited things going all the way up. And the problem is, assuming we can literally place a lot of cement blocks on top of it, even exceeding 12 of these, right? That's not a problem. So the structure will be sound in terms of it can be supported. However, the adage about a weak foundation is problematic, because in this situation, let's just show this. So we can place as many blocks going up. The problem is we have a weak foundation. So if this thing gets damaged and gets destroyed, then the whole tower comes collapsing downwards, and we lost all the blocks. So that again, the adage about having a foundation, strong foundation, makes a lot of sense, or is applicable here. So that's about. I guess that would be the important part in this episode. Aside from the fact that, look at our walls right now, they're going up, and we have been, look at all those, and we will be, look, there are literally, I've spent hundreds of blocks, or hundreds of cement concrete blocks trying to cover this. And now this, like I said, what I will do is that the nearest one line, this line will be the wall. It will be I will create that so that the walls will be even all throughout, and this outer ledge will be stepped in line with its surrounding area, because in this stepped environment, what I want to do is plant wooden stakes so that it will, for any zombies that come sniffing around, they're going to be injured. And this is not our fighting platform. I just want them to be injured and go away. And we don't intend to fight any zombies here. So I will be clearing this out. So I'm just following the step platform. And then once we have a flat field like this, they are welcome to come and sniff around, because they're goners. They're not gonna survive it. Okay. Wow, this wall will be pretty high. Some of the sides will be very, very high, because they are because they're following the slope of the land. Okay, we need to get more concrete and blocks So let us remove the rebar frame. Let's drop the sand and pick up more mixed concrete. Okay. So we can start. What do you call this? Yeah. Turning them into reinforced concrete. If we can't reach it from here, we can reach it from the other side. So that's fine. That's not an issue. And in fact, we don't have to reinforce every blocks, because I think only the lower blocks will be the one that will be subjected to real pressure, like this first level one, because this is where they will reach. There will be the spider zombies that can climb walls. Those are not trying to destroy walls anyway, so only I think the first level needs, maybe even the second levels, because they're standing here on top of the wooden stakes and getting damaged in while they're doing so. Yeah, so maybe 2 levels only. Yeah. And we have these blocks that we can lay down, like from this corner. No, that is the outside wall, right? Yep, that's the outside. That's a platform that will be holding wooden stakes. Because in our first playthrough, I have run into our own stakes that we planted, and they do a lot of damage. Not only damage, they also cause bleeding, which is a damage over time damage that continues to cause us to lose health. So unless we have a bandage, we cannot heal the bleeding, or the bleeding will keep on going for a set period of time, and then while the bleeding goes on, we're taking more damage, so our health keeps dropping. So bandage can immediately stop bleeding, and so limit the initial the damage to just the initial damage. Okay, so I guess, yeah, this one, yeah, this is so. So we have so many concrete blockers because, like I said, I've done a lot of breaking stones. It's like the convicts in the past. What they do is they go out there and they break stones. Yeah, that's the one. They break stones, large stones into smaller stones, and then smaller stones into pebbles. Especially, I remember when watching Western films, that is what the convicts are. The chain gangs do. They're out there breaking stones in the heat of the day. Anyway, our timer went off, so I guess this would be a good place to cut the episode right here. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys were able to learn the important